Like, I will pattern my after about and me I go just go and do it while um me I build my way. More want talk about some people. Yeah, some demons out there, I just want a reaction out there, But I remind myself today, I have to remind myself this morning, say, silence is also a reaction, or silence is also a response. Unbothered is a reaction. You know what I mean? Like, what where this coming from is, um, it's like this person, it's like we fall out for this one thing, right? And then they keep doing it. And I, I like, I feel like it's karma because I usually do that when, like, if like, I usually play hypocrite when I growing up, when I was a little bit younger, and like, if I don't like you, I would still befriend you and do the very same things you just be complaining about. So I'd be wondering if it's karma because somehow I trying to show people like, hey, I don't like that, and they're still doing it, and it just make me not even it just made me see myself differently. It's not like I even see them no different. It just made me see myself differently because I'm here asking myself, okay, so what you gonna do? You gonna react the same? Do you even feel the same? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I start to realize like don't feed into that, because if it hurt you once, it can't hurt you twice. And obviously they're trying to get your reaction. You know what I mean? Because there's no way somebody you could tell somebody you don't like something and they keep doing it. Obviously they don't like you. You know what I mean? And this person, they don't have to like me, but we have to work together. So I think I instead of I react the same and do the same thing, or react the same way to this each time to the same thing. I think I felt like I wanted to do something different today, and that's what I did. I just didn't respond, and I expected even like I just like you see a snake, like you see a dog, and because you pet the dog, you just think that you just expect the dog to be loyal and not to ever bite you. And I start to say, like, it's a dog. It's just a fucking dog. Like, no care how much I pet it, no care how much I bathe it and put it in my house and put it in my bed, it's still a dog. And that is the nature of a dog. It will bite me eventually. One day, probably if you get upset enough, if it's hungry enough, if it's just mad enough, it will. And that's how I started to see situation. Like, it is what it is. And, I start to just pay no mind. Because, I mean, some people is definitely energy vampire, and the minute you react, you respond, it's like you feel drained, you look ugly, and you just lose because that's all they want, just a reaction. And I just have none to give. I'm like, unbothered is a reaction, and silent is also a response. So that is that, right? But the next thing what I want to talk about is these is niggas. We talk about these niggas. Okay, so when I was younger, I like loyalty was a friend thing for me. Like, I mean, loyalty in a relationship, yeah. But I thought loyalty in a relationship, an intimate relationship, was just me not cheating on my man. I thought that was loyal. But then, as I said, that's what I thought loyalship. But that's what I thought loyalty was. It's like it's one thing when you in a relationship with a person, is another thing when that person is also your friend. So I realized that, and let me see if I could explain that in a different way. When I was like my ex partners and them, I could remember there was times when I was wrong. I could be wrong a lot, and they just never stick up for me. And I knew I was wrong, and I thought, okay, but you're my man, because even that's why I said sometimes your lover is not your friend, and we have to understand that. So let me make my point now, right? So I'm like, I know I'm wrong, but you're my boyfriend, so why you can't pick up for me and stand up for me, you know? And he would give me the impression like, well, I am for truth and right, and I respect that, And then situationship I keep saying situationship for some reason. I mean, circumstances happen again whereby, I wasn't wrong this time, and I mean, I see this person instead of they stand up for me, they stand with the other person, and not because they don't love me. I feel like it was more because they was afraid of the other person, and you know, I think people always think that me standing alone is like I don't know. They think the standing with me is like choosing the losing team or the weaker link, standing with everybody else against me, just me. I don't know what the fuck, you know what I mean? But anyways, I just saying. What I said is so I learned from that situation, and I see it happen over and over and over and over, not just to me but to friends and stuff. So I start to pick men based on that qualities, because that was something that really bothered me. So I started to pick man with that type of quality. I look for a man who's very loyal. And as I said, I don't mean boyfriend and thing. Because you could be in a relationship and a nigga never cheat on you. But if your mommy come over and your mommy say your head big, he will agree with he will agree with anybody. Like he will agree with anybody except you. He will stand with anybody against you. And I learned from that. I want no more niggas like that. You shit. You know, because I mean, if I go ride with you, yeah, I willing to die with you. But you looking like you're willing to ride, but you're not willing to die for me type shit. Living for me is easy. But you willing to die for me type shit? Like if it's not that, like, leave me the fuck. Like I had time. You know what I mean? Cause when I in, and that's why, it's not easy for a nigga to get me to love them. Because when I in, I in. And if I could have even if I you against 10,000 man with weapon, I'm gonna have nothing, I'm not run left here. Baby, we are fight till we die. I some I believe in it, I some I see. So I choose a man based on that type of mentality. When I see a nigga move like that, I not really see him as nothing. It's like, and it's not like in a way like me I go. Cause sometimes I come off as a silent leaver. I don't announce each time I leave, but half times when I announce I'm leaving. You see I leave, you see I go through the door. Type shit. But sometimes, I don't know. I feel like that was something that stood out in the most for me in a relationship, and that is something I look for in a man. And like when I just don't see them as a man. Like no matter how what you say or what you do, no care how you try, I just gonna see you as a friend. It's just like you drop mental, like you're not, I don't see you the same. I ain't gonna treat you the same. I don't feel the same. Cause I'm like, you can't be for me. I mean, I understand if you're my friend, I expect you to run. Cause my friend is my potential enemy. Not so, but my man, that nah. I even vexed with my mother for that. When I was a little girl, I vexed with my own mother for that. Because I'm like, why would you side with my auntie? Even if I wrong, you're my mother. At least I want to know one person on my side. If I feel like nobody on my fucking side, dog, I swear to God, I'm going to be the villain in everybody's story. Because at the end of the day, all they playing on emotion. And they pretend. But I really genuinely don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, when it all boils down, to the deeper iniquity. Deep, what the boy go? What the Jamaican say? Me not give a fuck. Them did I pretend them not care, but me not give a. God no. Only God all himself know. So babe, at the end of the day, when it all boil down, me not care. Never did care. But them did I pretend for care. So you know what I mean? So I really, but this one, me always like for no one person up on my team. One person more willing for die for. If I not see that, then everybody are the same to me. I not see none on the different and none on the special. I not treat none on the different and none on the special. Period, point blank. And when I willing for die for your one, sometimes we even sacrifice. You know, my last and get them. I go against my own self for them. But as I said, if I not see them type of level of support or them type of level of loyalty, not as when I say everybody the same, I'm treat everybody the same. You know? Yeah. I'm gonna like to be, always be good to everybody. I'm gonna like to be good in a people's story all the time. Cause the one who good all the time is the one who are truly weak, afraid to stand up for themselves, afraid to hurt people' feelings. I'm not afraid. We don't afraid. We're never afraid. Can't to come, you know what I mean? How far where I come from, you think we're afraid? They would have never there where we're there right now. You get what I say? And that my say. Remember to stay hydrated and to stay moisturized. See you and I see you till then. 2 toes.